Hello everyone, was an addict here. So I wanted to talk about when I started my recovery. The first time I got into it, it took me at least 4 to 6 months to be in any mode to be able to do anything with life. You know, it was kind of a coma, you know, because I was using meth, and that makes you sleep a lot when you're not on it. So I did a lot of sleep in the first couple of months, you know, and a lot of eating, because I used to starve myself on there as well. So yeah, and then I eventually got out of that coma and that lowness and stuff, and I started to begin life in recovery. And I've thrown heaps of stuff into my recovery to get me through as well. And my goal was to get up, because I used to get up really early, get up at 5 and go to bed at 5. And that's all I had to make it to 5 and then take my night pills and get some sleep and start again, you know. I couldn't manage a lot of things. I couldn't go out in public. I couldn't go shopping. When I did go shopping, I was just like a fucking mess, you know, my anxiety. And I started to see that I had things that I didn't have before when I was in active addiction. So I started to get this real bad anxiety, real bad depression. I was like, wow, this is coming up to the surface, and it was quite scary, you know. But I started at 6 months. I started to do some kind of workouts on the internet, because you do gain weight. Yeah, I gained heaps of weight at the start of recovery. So I started that. And then I started to get my body fit, and, you know, I started to enjoy myself, you know, and really doing I ams in the mirror. I am worthy, I am happy, you know, and telling these things in the mirror when you're not happy is hard to do, but eventually I convinced myself, and I started to believe what I was saying, and it rewrites what you thought, what you were before, you know. And I know I wasn't shit before I got clean, but I had a lot of doubt and stuff that had been embedded in my head that I was not worthy or anything like that. So I had to really change that around and find some way to accept myself, you know, and begin this amazing journey that's been tough and hard and also great in some ways. But it was a big process, and I used to have only like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays to the whole week. I used to have one day for the phone, one day for shopping, one day for this, and it was little, like very little I could do, you know. I was messed up, and everything was a trigger as well. So I had to stay put, and I had to really try and just stay together. Now my life is completely turned around, and I'm so thankful that I kept fighting it, right? Even though I didn't see a future, I didn't know if I was going to make it. I was just trying my best to get there, you know. And I suffered and faced some really bad mental health and stuff. But now I work, I meditate, I do stoic, I walk. I even have tea parties. I had a tea party the other day, and that's shit that I don't do. You know, if I was out partying and drinking, it'd be I'm legless and I'm fucked up and doing bad stuff, you know, and just losing all things for myself, you know, no control whatsoever. And then on the weekends, I spend on myself doing some soul searching and really looking back on my recovery and doing my bullet diary. So that's amazing. In this relapse, guys, I've had 2 relapses on the meth and many times on the alcohol. But I must say now that I am 1 year, 9 months, and that to me is outstanding. I started in 2019, so you got to push, and you got to get there. You know, you've got to really put your all in. You know, and that's what I did. Even though I felt like I was dying, I still put everything in, and I have a plan. I have a plan that I do every day, and when I'm really down, there's 2 things I have to do when I'm really down, and I can go and sleep all day. You know, that's fine as long as I get those 2 things out. And that's what I've done. I've been strict on myself. I've kept myself in a routine, you know, and I've changed up my routine many times because I get bored easy, but I've always stuck to a routine. And no matter what or where or how I am, I must meditate. You know, some people need to pray. Some people need to go for a walk, or whatever they're doing. My escape and my thing that's kept me alive in this recovery is my meditating. I go deep within here, and this is why I love writing and I love doing what I'm doing, because I'm a deep inside person. You know, I need a lot of time to myself. I'm a loner, and I live in here, you know, so I love unraveling the stuff in here and bringing it to the surface and then releasing it, because I've got a lot of releasing still to do. Very behind in my book, like a year